40th, 161st Street. And I went to PS 52, and I can't front. Like when I got there, this shit was wild. I remember walking through the cafeteria, kids was jumping on the tables, throwing shit. The shit was just bananas. I'm looking like, oh, this shit is a zoo.
Brooklyn wasn't like that?
Nah, it was the school I went to was cool. It was more in order. They had it in order.
I gotta adapt.
This shit was wild. You know what I mean? And one of the first experience, I remember being on the bus and this fourth grader beat up a girl bad. Like, you know what I mean? Was beating her up.
A fourth grade boy
was beating up this girl. And everybody was going crazy. And I'm just sitting there kind of like, oh, shit. But then my first thought was like, that ain't happening to me. Like, that was the first, nigga, it ain't happening to me.
Right.
I don't know none of these niggas, but it ain't happening to me.
Where do you think you get that your toughness from? Because your father wasn't around, and you were raised by your aunt, which is a woman. So who?
Well, he wasn't there
in the house.
I was going to see him every weekend, and we was on trailer visits all my life. So, but I also grew up in the house with my grandmother. So my grandmother's mad generations that come out of this household, all bunch of dudes, bunch of cousins, you know, and we was growing up with each other, you know, fighting, and I just knew it wasn't happening with me. And you know what I mean? I seen that and I thought that I felt that. So that was at 52, I think. Yeah. Then from there, I went to 80. PS 80. That's where 50. That's 50 hood. That's when that whole hood was.
And what grade were you in around this time?
That's fourth grade.
Fourth grade.
That's Lost Boys. That's when everybody over there was Lost Boys. Before that shit was G Unit, all that shit was Lost Boys.
Okay.
And
Freaky Ty.
My nigga IG, shout out to IG, but rest in peace to IG. IG was from Lost Boy. He was Freaky Ty's cousin. They lived in the same house. He kind of ran the school. All the little Lost Boy niggas was kind of reporting to IG is what I noticed when I got there. But I was fucking with them heavy, and that's the grade I got arrested in.
Your first arrest?
Yeah.
In fourth grade?
For extortion.
Who was you extorting?
I wasn't really extorting nobody, but it was a dude I fought a couple times. We got into it a couple times, and I spanked him every time. And then eventually, I don't know, he started coming to school and offering me and my man money. Like, yo, you want $20? You want $40?
Oh, he was trying to buy your friendship.
So that's what I thought. Like, oh, maybe this nigga, you know, he want to be cool with us. So he just $40 here, 60. I'm like, damn, this nigga get money from. Yeah. But every other day, the nigga like, here's 40.
So you think that was for y'all to stay up off of him? I
don't know. I just knew that we were just taking it like, all right, cool. Looking at my man like, yo, we got 40. Okay. We couldn't even take this home.
Right.
Stashing this shit. We couldn't really be spending it. You know what I'm saying? And then one day, you know, the principal came to me and was like, yo, you been taking money from this kid? I'm like, nah, I ain't taking no money. They took me down to the office. Police was down there. It was like, hey, you have the right to remain silent. Anything, you know. I was like, what, 9 years old.
Was you scared at all? Or?
Yeah, I started crying. That nigga, big ass officer, big white man. You have the right to remain silent. I'm like, what? He like, get up, put your handcuffs on, and cuffed me. Woke me out to school in cuffs.
Because he wouldn't told and lied and said.
Well, he said that his he got caught stealing from his pops, and when he got caught, they asked him, "What you stealing for?" He like, "Oh, this nigga chief was making me. This nigga chief.
Yeah,
I gotta pay him or some shit." You see what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
Yeah, so that shit was crazy. I fought a lot in that school though. I was ready. Because let me tell you, let me explain the difference. Where I'm from is like next to South Road. South Road, everybody knows, like especially back then, was one of the worst drug blocks streets. Like all the houses just looked abandoned, looked terrible. Bunch of fiends over here, right? And my house, where we lived across the street, was just abandoned lots. Like it wasn't a nice looking neighborhood. It looked like some fucked up shit.
Right.
So when I went over there by 134, the niggas had manicured lawns.
Yeah.
It looked nice, 2-family home. Every friend I had, both their parents was in there. So I'm like, oh, we moved out the hood. And I really realized that we just came down, got broad.
Did you have any like resentment towards your mom? And I know at that time you probably didn't know what that was, but did you feel any way towards your mom or your parents seeing that your counterparts had two, mom and dad?
I wasn't thinking about that.
Okay.
Like, I didn't see it like that then. as I got older and looked back, I realized, like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, for example, my nigga Hood from over there, it's my nigga. And, you know, he gonna get busy too, right? But while I'm in school, I'm spanking shit, and he right with me. Spanking, doing what, you know, whatever we had to do.
Yeah.
I'm not doing no schoolwork, really. Like, you know what I mean? But this nigga had all B's. You know what I'm saying? I look back like, oh, you was tricking me, nigga. You was over here learning, letting me do all the dumb shit. But